funded and getting underway of what Protandim could do. Now, let's go back to what oxidative stress is. Did you notice that John Keown's oxidative stress was reduced by 45% within 15 days? Yes, that is exciting, unless you don't know what oxidative stress is. That's a problem. So I'm going to very simply explain oxidative stress is this. If you ever cut open an apple and you leave it sitting on the counter, what does it do? It turns brown. We all know the trick. We take the antioxidant, because it's been oxidized, the air hits it, the oxygen hits it, it turns brown. So we know the trick. We take the lemon, the antioxidant, and we squirt it on that apple so that it prevents it from turning brown. Okay? If you leave a penny sitting outside and it rains on it after a while, it starts to rust, it starts to oxidize. If you leave your barbecue open, men, any of you leave your barbecue open over the winter? And guess what? It rusts. Well, when we have oxidative stress in our body, it is the aging process. Essentially, it's rusting from the inside out. Now, some of it is a natural process, but some of it we have created. And when there is excess oxidative stress in the body, it runs havoc in the body. How have we created a lot of that? Anybody put a cell phone up to your ear? Or a computer on your lap? By the way, if your cell phone is on, guess what? You can leave it on, but if it rings, I get to answer it. They're all prospects. But, so cell phones to our heads, it's mutating the cells in our brain. That is oxidation, oxidative stress, or a computer on your lap. What about, I don't know, everyone seems really healthy here in Denver, or in Colorado. But what about unorganic foods that we're eating? What about when you pump gasoline and you breathe in that benzene? What about if you've ever driven through Los Angeles? I'm from Southern California. I tell my 3 boys to hold their breath. Because we're going through Los Angeles. Don't breathe. How long is that going to take, Mom? Oh, just an hour. But that's how we create more oxidative stress. So, this product has been proven to reduce that oxidative stress by 40% within the first 30 days. And why is that so important? Because we know if you go to pubmed.gov, which is the National Institute of Health's website, and you type in oxidative stress, there are 117,000 articles that lead oxidative stress and link it to over 200 different issues that you don't want. And if you go a step further and type in oxidative stress and anything you're interested in, it could be cancer, it could be diabetes, it could be exercise, it could be anything, and look at the correlation between oxidative stress and that issue. Now, knowing that we have something that's guaranteed to reduce that by 40% within 30 days, how many people do you know could benefit from that? You know anybody? Everybody, absolutely. So we're sitting on a huge trend right now. This is a medical breakthrough. So let's go back, so what is it? Let's just go right into what is it. First of all, Protandim has 5 plant ingredients. Now, Dr. McCord, he said this. He said, when you take a direct antioxidant, like a vitamin A, C, E, a blueberry, anything that's a direct antioxidant, it fights free radicals at the rate of 1-to-1, like a Dixie cup of water on a house fire. He says, when you put Protandim in your body, it's like a light switch that turns on your own survival genes in your body that we start producing less and less of after the age of 25. So I guess you're the best at age 25, and then you go downhill from there. Isn't that sad? But we start producing less and less of them. It's a light switch that turns those survival genes back on, and they know how to fight free radicals at the rate of 1,000,000 to 1 per second, every second. He said it's like putting a fire hose in every room of that burning house. Wow. I was giving a meeting about 6 weeks ago, a month ago, and a gentleman raised his hand, and he said, Charesse, he said, I am a college professor. Great, what's your subject? He said, my subject is SOD. And then I was like, oh, did I say everything right? And he's like, let me just explain something to you. And I don't know if everyone is he was really passionate about this. I mean, his whole subject, this is what he teaches at the college level, is superoxide dismutase, which is that survival gene we're talking about. He said, I want you to imagine that when you blink your eyes, it just fought off 1 million free radicals, which create havoc in the body and attack our healthy cells. He says, and then you blink your eyes again, another 1 million are attacked. And blink again, another million, another million, another million. That's what these survival genes do for you. Do you think it's important to increase the levels of survival genes? Amen. Darn straight. And he said, this is the real deal. He says, in my profession, we celebrate Dr. McCord. He is the real deal. And he said, he's the one that formulated this? So we were all jumping up and down in that meeting. Wow, I can stop now. So he tried to find something that could boost those levels back up, Dr. McCord did. And he narrowed it down from 40 different plant ingredients down to these 5. It is green tea, which is a huge metabolism booster, energy booster. Anybody drink green tea at Starbucks? You have to drink a lot of that green tea. It's pretty watered down. I did never get to the levels where this is. Turmeric is a huge anti-inflammatory. It's been used for that. It's been used in Indian cooking for years and years. In fact, 5 of the patents on this product, 3 of them are on inflammation, or anti-inflammation, really. Bacopa, it's a flowering plant that actually grows in where I live, San Juan Capistrano. It's really pretty. And it helps to boost those levels of SOD in the body. Ashwagandha is used as a brain calmer, anxiety calmer, and the last one is milk thistle, which helps. It's been used for years for liver cleanser. Anybody have a fun time last night? Too much fun last night? Anyways, these are plant ingredients. Only a few people got that. The really young ones got that. They were out last night. So what he said was this. Dr. McCord said it wasn't just those 5 plant ingredients. Everyone says, hey, I go to Starbucks and I drink my green tea. He said it was the synergy of them working together, and it was like a certain recipe that he hit that day, like a combination lock that unleashed each one of these ingredients to be 1,800% more effective than anything they could be on their own. It's green tea on steroids. It's turmeric on steroids. That is what we're talking about here. That's why it works so well. And it's called a nerve 2 activator. This is new. This is a new buzzword, and a lot of doctors haven't even heard about nerve 2 activation, but everybody will. It activates those survival genes. So, I want you to think of this as an anti-aging system, because the other product we have is TrueScience. Because what is our largest defense to the outside world? What is our largest organ? Skin. So this protects from the outside in, and Protandim is from the inside out. And this TrueScience not only has all the ingredients of Protandim, but it also has, it helps fine lines, wrinkles, sunspots, and it actually gives a Botox effect. And I do laugh about this, and some of you have heard me say this before. I live in Orange County, California, which is like the mecca of everybody that wants to look and really look, maybe not feel, but look younger, okay? And I've been invited to plastic surgery parties, and I don't know whether to take that as an insult or a compliment. No idea, but nonetheless, I've never taken advantage of any of the plastic surgery parties. People want to look and feel younger everywhere. This doesn't. My husband calls this true scientist. My husband has been, I'll tell you later about the results, and he's gotten terrific results. He's a triathlete on Protandim, but for some reason, man, you just think that your skin is different. Not all of you, but a lot of you think your skin is different than our skin, so you're not going to put a cream on your face. And that was my husband. And he said, no, I'm not going to use that, I'm going to use that. And then all of a sudden, he had a little growth on his face. And I said, put this on it. Who knows what it can do? Just put it on there. And so he put a little on his face, and he said, your true scientist is not working. Your true scientist is not working. Just keep putting it on. I don't know what it can do. Who knows? It was about 3 weeks down the road, and I come in from the gym in the morning, and he screams, Reese, you've got to get upstairs now. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what happened? Go running up the stairs, and he goes, your true scientist worked. It fell off. He uses over 2 bottles a month of True. Everywhere. We use so much. I mean, anyway, we use it on everything. We use it on scars and cuts and bruises and you name it. And I'm in the triathlon world. Let me tell you how many times I've seen bike accidents and road rash and everything else, and we stick it all over that too. TrueScience, and he's going like this. Everywhere. It's like, I had a scratch on my nose, Mom, the cream. Now, everybody was giving Protandim to their dogs and getting really good results because dogs have major oxidative stress as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, when I first heard that LifeVantage was coming out with a canine health product for dogs, I was a little concerned. I just kind of didn't get it until I realized that the dog supplementation industry is a $1.7 billion industry. We are not talking about clothes for dogs, purses for dogs. I live in, very close to what's called Newport Beach, California, and if you ever go shopping there, it is dog heaven, and all the dogs are in strollers with little tiny rhinestones. Oh, they're everywhere. It's like, does your dog walk? No, it rides. It rides in the stroller. People will do more for their dog sometimes than their own children. And since this product has come out, I've seen more pictures of dogs than I have children. It is amazing. But just the dog supplementation alone, it grew by 80 million last year. It's a $1.7 billion industry. Well, this product not only is it the only nerve 2 activator on the market for dogs, but the clinical study was very impressive. They took 80 dogs, 60 days, split them in half. This half got canine health, this half got the placebo. And they took their blood, and after the 60 days, the ones that took canine health had a 47% increase of catalase, another survival gene in their body. More impressively, the ones that took placebo had an 11% decline. So they aged essentially 11% faster. Well, I don't know, maybe the difference is even more than that. So this product we've been taking to vets. It supports joint function, mobility, and flexibility. And we've been taking it to vets, and I am not kidding. This product is working. These vets are all over. We had a meeting just recently, and the vet came to Thursday night. And this vet went home and signed himself up with not only a Vantage Pack, but quite a bit of extra product. He was so excited about this. I mean, they're looking for something. They're certainly looking for something that works, too. So I'm going to go back to the story. And remember how I said this product was sitting on the shelves at GNC and it wasn't selling? In fact, it was only selling about $3 million a year in the retail outlet. It wasn't doing so well. In fact, not so well. You can have the best product in the world, but if it doesn't move, you don't have a business. And so the stock price went down to 7 cents a share and almost fell off the registry. They've got to do something. They brought in an expert, David Brown, who we saw earlier, and David Brown said, oh, no. This is a story that has to be told. People need to see that ABC prime time to understand what this is. So they stripped it from the shelves, and literally, this started to move into person-to-person distribution. And when it did, it went from $3 million in the retail sales, first year in person-to-person distribution, it was 11 million. Then it jumped the second year, 39 million. Then it jumped to 126 million. In the fourth fiscal year, we closed out at $208 million. Let me tell you something. If this product didn't work, guess what? Business would have stopped on a dime. But when it works, people tell people about it. It's word-of-mouth advertising. Yes? It's the most powerful way of advertising. We do it all day long. My dad was a dentist for 53 years. He never advertised once. It's word-of-mouth advertising, so you better be good, right? Yeah, that's because bad news actually spreads faster than good news. Well, this news has been spreading fast. People are getting results. And it's very simply, the company holds back all the advertising costs they would have spent on bringing this product to market in a traditional way. And I want you to think of, if I say Nike and a swoosh, what do you say?
Just do it.
Just do it. Do you know how much they paid for that? Billions for that ad. Just so that when you see Nike, you're associated with just do it and swoosh and athletes, and that's what happens. So this company said, we're not going to spend all that money on advertising. Instead, we're going to hold it back and we're going to pay the word-of-mouth advertisers, you and I. It's very simply, Charesse, thank you for referring your friend. We're going to pay you for it. And then your friend goes out and tells somebody else, and thank you for them referring their friend. We're going to pay both of you for it. And then somebody knows someone in Iowa that has a friend back here in Colorado that had an old roommate they used to live with that now lives in Japan, and all of a sudden you have a seamless international business, and the company pays you residual income over and over and over every time somebody uses this product. Is that cool? It's awesome, especially where this company is going. Now, we have, word of mouth advertising, like I said, is so powerful. My sister owns a restaurant. And as much as she loves me, she does not pay me for referring my friends to her restaurants. It's like her business model. In this business model, you get paid to tell somebody. So open your mouth and start telling people. My husband has a very large janitorial company. He is stressed out to the max. He has 250 employees. He is stressed. I mean, we own a blood pressure cuff in our house. He is so stressed out every time payroll goes out. Every 15 days, I mean, he is stressed to the max. And the overhead is astronomical, what goes out every month. And we look at our overhead with this, and my sons and my husband and I all use a bottle of Protandim. We have a little dog named Honey, at 8 pounds, Honey Bunny, and she's a terrier. She is like a loose racquetball in the house. You ever hit a racquetball? That's our dog. They say that dogs take on the personality of the owner. I don't know. It must be my husband. We use so much of TrueScience now. So this is our overhead. This is it. What we use, we actually get to benefit from our overhead. And we laugh about this because I was in an event, it was about a year ago, with LifeVantage. And I didn't have my purse with me. So I gave my husband my phone to hold, and he put it in one pocket, and he had his phone. He put it in his other pocket, and they kept buzzing. Bzz, 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 little text going off. He goes, Charesse, every single time your phone buzzes, I think of hope and possibility. And every time mine buzzes, I think of stress and heartache. He's like, good phone, bad phone, good phone. All the time, and that's exactly what it is. It is crazy. We just got back from Idaho. The company sent us to Idaho. We had a blast out there with our family. And literally, every time his phone rings, he goes, like he holds his breath, he doesn't know who's calling. Every time my phone rings, I'm like, oh, guess who it is? I get so excited. I'm like, you're in the wrong business. We are having fun in this business. It is. And the key to it is residual income and leveraging of your time. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm a fitness trainer. And if I train 15 people a week, that is one heck of a heavy load on me. It's energy taking, even though for some reason I love pushing somebody to the limit. I don't know why, it just makes me happy. It's fun. But that's a lot of people. But, listen, while I'm doing what I'm doing, I have a lot of other people out there talking about LifeVantage, and I've introduced this now to about 35 people. It's turned into over 8,000 people. And let's just take 500 of those people for numbers, okay? And 500 people, if they talk about LifeVantage 1 hour a week, my work week is not 15 hours now, it's turned into a 500-hour work week. That I am just not really attached to the 500 hours. Anyone else have 500 hours in their work week? Yeah. That is cool. That is leverage. And then residual income. So residual income means that income is going to go on with or without you. We went on vacation in the summer with my family, and about the 2 weeks we were gone, over 250 people joined my business in the 2 weeks where I shut the phone off and did not work. Now it takes time to build, and I would not stop there. I'm going to continue to build. But that is residual income and leveraging of your time. And so what I always say to people is you don't have to stop doing what you're doing. That's what makes the world go round. If you love doing hair, thank goodness for you out there, right? If you love designing shoes, thank you, right? Thank you. If you're a doctor, thank you for healing people. Whatever you're doing, you don't have to stop what you're doing, but what if you could just put your network to work for you while you're doing what you're doing? That is what it takes. And it takes work, but it takes consistency and work, and then you can build it to that. So, timing is everything. Would you not agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Timing is absolutely everything. So, this is the deal, is that this company, nobody knows about this yet. It's like the best kept secret. And that's what's so exciting about this opportunity. Because if I asked you right now, how long has Starbucks been around? You know what the answer I always get? 15, 20. For 42 years, but see, this is the deal. People don't see a formulation stage of a company, they see the popularity stage of a company. It's been popular for about 20 years. But what if you could be one of the very first ones in the formulation stage of Starbucks, knowing what we know now? Would you be a pretty wealthy person? Yeah. That is exciting. In fact, let me read this to you. 1984, Starbucks went public. And their initial offering was 64 cents. Today it's $74. Wow. Anybody buying it at 64 cents? Somebody was like, no, that's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if I had bought it. 1980, Walmart's initial offering was 9 cents a share. Today it's $78 a share. Target, 1983, initial offering was $1.74. Today, $71. Which one do you want, Apple or Google? Apple. Oh, Google. You want Google first? Well, let's go with Apple. That's the first one on the list here. $2.96. Today, it's just under $500 a share. I know, isn't that cool? Google, 2004, initial offering $85. And I'll bet there were people out there going, $85 a share. Oh yeah? Today it's $905 for a share of Google. July 11th, 2013, the Motley Fool blog, which is a blog that analyzes stocks. I'm going to quote in here. It says, biotechnology stocks are usually valued on their potential, especially if there's no drug already in the market. So he named a few buys, but he only named one must buy, LFVN. I always give myself chills when I read this. LifeVantage is a biotech involved in the discovery, development, and commercialization of nutraceutical dietary supplements. In the last 6 months, the shares have appreciated 14% due to significant improvement in sales. The product Protandim is a daily dietary supplement that combats oxidative stress through NERV2 activation. The U.S. anti-aging market is huge. The street is expecting LifeVantage to increase its EPS by 100%. Get back here. Within the next couple of years. Bottom line, he said the market has still not realized the immense opportunity the company presents, and that's why the stock has moved up only 14%. If you're a visionary, you see where this is going, or if you were the one that when back in 1971 somebody came to you and said, hey, you know what, I want you to invest in this company that we are only going to serve coffee. Back in 1971, that was kind of crazy. Now it's mainstream. Everybody goes to Starbucks and gets their coffee. They spend $8 sometimes for it. All right? Back in the day, 1971, that was crazy. What about if Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, came to you and said, you know, I've got this idea, and it's about just connecting people together. That's all it is. Reconnecting people together all over. And you're like, what are you talking about? Or you could have been the visionary and said, I see where that's going. Guess what? You'd be a really wealthy person today. And it's about seeing something in the future and seeing where it's going to go. NERV2 activation is brand new to the marketplace. This is the most unique, sensational product that nobody else has. My quick story is that I'm a fitness trainer, have been in the industry for 25 years. I've trained from the beginning athlete to the Olympic athlete. And if you're ever worried about your reputation on the line, I was too. My reputation was on the line. And if I didn't believe that the science is, I forgot to even say that. There are 15 peer-reviewed published studies on this, and they're all validated. The science is completely validated on this. And your reputation's on the line. Anyone else feel like the reputation's on the line with your friends and family and your colleagues and work and everything else? I did too. We're just putting this in the Olympic athletes' bodies. Guess what? We saw unbelievable results, and that's what just set me on fire with this. The recovery rate was unbelievable. And if you can recover faster, you can train harder and longer and faster. and we were seeing all sorts of results, but I'm not going to get into that because we're not here to make any medical claims. But the product works. So how do you get involved? Very simply this. If you decide product sounds amazing, I want this product. I make all the money in the world, and I don't need to make any more money. Does that ever happen? I think Warren Buffett still wants to make money. Then I just want the product fantastic. This company is built on customers. Out of my 8,000 people, 6,000 of them are just customers. That says a lot for this product. They have no financial gain, and they are still on this product month after month after month. So get with the person that brought you and get on an auto ship. You'll receive the product every single month without fail. But if you're a visionary and you say, I've got a few people I want to share this to, guess what? Then you buy what's called the Vantage Pack. And the Vantage Pack is $630 plus tax and shipping. No risk, because 90% of it is product that you're going to use yourself. And if you decide tomorrow that this is not for you, this business is not for you, guess what? You get to benefit from the product itself. But there's also some marketing material and some training material in there. And if a smart business person doesn't focus on the investment, but they focus on the return on the investment, correct? Right. Mm-hmm. They don't focus on the 9 cents they spent on Walmart stock. They focus on what the return is going to be. So, top 3 people that you introduce this to that do what you do, buy a Vantage Pack, you're going to get not only your return of your investment back, $210 for each person, 210, 210, 210. But if you do that within a calendar month, they give you an additional bonus that can run anywhere from $100 to $500 a month. Just depends on how many people participate in it. And so you get more than your investment back. And so if you're highly motivated, guess what? You can get the investment back on your international business first day, first week, first month, or however motivated you are. That's impressive. My husband, after 11 years, is still paying the loan back of his bad phone business. And we have well surpassed in the good phone business. And that is what I'm blown away by that. So there are 7 ways to earn income with the company. I'm not going to get into it here. I don't want to confuse you. But know this, it's the most lucrative comp plan I have ever seen. And get with the person that brought you here to show you this. And I want to read you one quick thing to end this opportunity meeting. Oop, that's not it. Sometimes it's better just to print everything out, isn't it? Hold on. Who's going to answer my phone? My husband called right before I walked up. I can't find the soccer uniform. What color is it? He's totally in mode right now. I want to read you something from, this is from a book called A Life with No Limits. Chrissy Wellington. She, phenomenal athlete. She's a world champion Ironman. And what she said was this. She said, my only policy throughout has been to keep an open mind. And whatever I may do, give it my all. It still takes my breath away to think where that simple outlook on life has taken me. How many times I have managed to defy what I thought possible. She says, I never set out to be world champion. Not many ordinary girls do. But neither have I ever wanted to be left wondering, what if? What if? You ever wonder what if? Don't wonder what if. This is it. This is it. Get with the person that introduces to you and let's get started. Thank you. And we are going to take a quick break and we'll get into